Evening everyone, welcome and to the fourth Upper Green meeting.
Okay, so we have
We have
one person absent.
and at present one person absent. Okay,
Was it 7 or 8 you said?
9.
7 and 9.
She makes it.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that at least I can just give her the stuff.
Right,
Okay, I
Okay.
printed these out, but I didn't do anything with them other than that. Here is the agenda.
Oh, good, because I forgot my.
You need it?
I've got one, thank you.
Tony, do you need that?
Yeah.
Put one over here. Amelia. Keep one for myself. You've got one.
Yep,
I printed out what you gave me.
thank you. Just to start the discussions off.
The names here.
No, they came from my house, which is while my supper was cooking.
Okay, we will defer review of prior meetings minutes until we have them.
Yeah,
Amelia.
we could
Okay.
get them later, or it could be
I'm
the next
I'm
meeting.
assuming she would have, I'm sure she's very responsible.
If she
would've-
is, so yeah, well, no criticism, we just will
No, I
defer
mean, I'm sure she
discussing.
would have probably sent an email, but I didn't see one, so.
We can't comment on those or updates on any to-do items. So let's move straight into the
Well-
preparation for the forum, unless there's any other
Okay,
questions
Well,
relating.
that's one of the to-do items, right?
Yes,
oh, all right,
it is, yeah.
we'll leave that, yeah.
Okay.
I wrote the names on the bottom or the
Yep.
Good,
side,
yeah.
so, cause it was like, I'm gonna print these and have no idea what they
That
are.
looks like a mulberry, all right.
Yeah.
Doesn't give the heights of them, but yeah. And there's a mulberry again, yeah.
Okay, now this is to review the species of trees that were chosen plus the additions and comment on the deletions as well. The object being suitability and relevance and anything else if members are happy.
Are we gonna be able to make some larger ones so we can show what the,
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured I could at least go to, 11 by
Nice trees.
17. Those are 8.5 by 11, so they'd be like
Okay.
that size, so that should be.
Like Mulberry, yeah, these are the ones that, yeah, unfortunately I have to re-give you this one because it's copyright protected, that's why it's got that.
That's all right, because we're showing it that it's
That is
copywritten.
Yeah.
It's not like we're gonna reuse the photo, we just wanna
put
see
in
the tree.
linden, oval, and the ones that were done in autumn, which all look pretty good, I think. I think it was a good selection to start
Yeah, I would agree
the
that.
ball rolling.
Do we,
Okay, I mean, I think-
are we good with this pile? Do we
Yep.
need more? Or you did this one, right? And
I
this one, and this one,
didn't
this one,
quite
this
finish
one.
off all of them.
White oak. What else did we look at? The only thing I'm seeing, yeah, you did a red maple. The only thing was the birch. Did you have a birch?
No, there's no birch.
Okay.
Okay, I will make sure you get a birch, I couldn't find one that was suitable.
And the new elm.
What was the new elm?
It's the new American elm. It's a hybrid, I guess.
Does it have a name? Does it have a,
I really think it was
called the
like
new elm.
called American elm.
okay,
Resistant, yeah. resistant elm maybe.
And birch.
Birch.
Okay.
This is the sweet birch that we looked up before, it doesn't, that's not the white peely
No,
bark, right?
no,
Okay.
he said no.
No.
No, because those just don't work in public areas, the kids peel the
Peel
bark,
the bark,
bark off
right.
and kill the tree.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Peel
Okay.
that bark off, I'd probably not be doing everything.
So we like those, and we'll tidy up the photographs and add as needs be. Okay. Next. The public forum.
Yeah, I think so, but we've discussed everything else on
We've got the library all scheduled to go, I'd say.
Well,
that. That's okay, that's the first
herein
question.
lies the big question.
Yep,
That's the same day that they are having an auction on Hanover Street for the Atkinson House.
Oh, yeah. Good.
the
So,
auction is at 11 o'clock.
so nobody's going to be at 10 o'clock at our meeting, would be my guess, if they're gonna take a chance and go in to look at that auction. Because the one that was in the lower green
Yeah.
for the Barton Estate
Yeah.
was massive,
Yeah,
would that
well, that
describe
was
it?
a much bigger auction.
True,
Yeah.
true.
But I think the same curiosity and the property on the green, you're trying to draw people near the green to this meeting, and it's probably not gonna happen unless, I mean, what if we started our meeting at 9:30? And what if we could have it at the school, where Greener had it, in the auditorium there?
At the Brown School, the
Yeah.
elementary.
Yeah, this having it over here is crazy, in my opinion. But you're trying to.
Well, it would be simpler if we were right near where we're talking about, but,
That's it. That's why we wanted it at the firehouse,
right.
right? But the school is not far removed. And these people could come in, show us their comments at between 9:30 and 10:30 and still rush over to the auction at 11, so we might get them.
Yeah. Shall we research and check that out?
Did you see the listing for Atkinson's auction?
No.
Against 7 water permitters.
Oh, yeah.
Old stuff, I don't know if I didn't notice any real Newbury stuff, but guess the guy.
Well,
I wrote to
Bud
him and I
Bud
asked him.
Atkinson was known as a photographer, and there's probably a lot of local photographs
Sure.
there, I would assume,
Greg's holding on to that
but I
stuff.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a preview, I guess, Friday night, Friday sometime, there's a preview,
Oh, I
supposedly.
didn't see that.
Well, that's what I've been told.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
just
I
had the
told me.
McInnes thing through the mail today, I think.
But anyway, that's all neither here nor there, the problem is, it is a conflict.
Yeah.
And of course, that's why we had this here, was because we had a conflict before and we moved it to this date. And maybe we're always gonna run into a conflict, I don't know.
Have you posted the date? Yeah.
I blocked the date with the library,
Oh, right, but it hasn't gone out officially.
so,
Yeah,
Do
so
you think
we're
we
all
could,
right.
should push it back a week
Should
or
we do-
forward a week
Yeah. Let's
with
see.
that?
That would be better, that would be
That'd be
best.
better, I think, because to try and
Yeah, that
do,
would be best.
it, and so to start earlier, so there are all
Oh.
people who think, oh, I'm not.
I thought we were kinda tied into that date, but if we aren't tied into that date, boy, yeah, I think we'd best have to do a different date.
and you wanna try to get it at the Brown School?
I would think that would be better.
Well, nearer the green.
Yeah.
Will get the local attention, won't it, rather than.
So
Would
I'll
be
have to
right.
find,
I mean, I know we
Figure out
have
how we
some
do that.
interest from the other part of town. I don't know how much we got from Plum Island, probably not much, but who knows? But, yeah, I think we should, have a meeting, I would think as close to the site as possible. We, out of options with the firehouse.
Yeah.
which we can't use.
It's under construction, they don't want us in there.
Yeah.
So I'll have to ask I'll ask Leslie how you book the elementary school because,
It's gonna have to be true. Yeah, I'm sure she will, but,
well, because we have town meeting next month too.
right.
Okay,
The
let's.
12th, right?
We only need the auditorium, we don't need the gym. We could actually probably do it in a classroom.
be-
We probably could do it in the senior center.
Put in the hall.
What would be the suggested date? It would still have to be
We
a
probably could do
Saturday
it in the
morning,
senior center, you know?
You wanna move it up a week
a week.
rather than backwards? Because we've already gone through a
Well,
month
I
and a half,
have
2
absolutely
months.
nothing with me,
Yeah.
so I'm relying on whatever you people have for,
Moving
it's
it
how we're
up
in
a week.
April yet.
Other week means this Saturday,
This
right?
Saturday is, I think that's a little
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
challenging, yeah. That's, would go
Is there
towards
any
the
other dates on
convention,
there?
but-
Maybe we could flip it over to March.
But he's got a calendar on his phone.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
sure.
do a Saturday, the November 2nd.
Seems to me that was one of the original ones that was thrown out there.
Was it? And then, the Saturday is still the day of choice, is it?
Well, if we wanna
I would think.
People. Yeah,
get
okay,
folks,
that's fine.
especially older people who,
Yeah.
like, I'm starting to get the same way, I'm not really, don't love driving at night
And
anymore.
then, Saturday, then the 9th would be, is that right? Saturday the 2nd, yeah.
Second would be acceptable, I would think. Where Amelia doesn't appear to be coming, do we have somebody acting as clerk here?
Do you not see
I-
Robin sticking his pen in my
I would-
eye?
Well, I just happen to be noticing your very judiciously
I
writing
motion
things
Ms.
down
Forrest as
as,
temporary clerk.
Thank you so much.
Assistant temporary clerk, right.
okay, does that motion?
That just makes me like what I am now,
Yeah,
assistant
right,
clerk.
exactly.
Do we have a seconder for that?
For the November 2nd date?
No, for the motion that our.
Oh, of course. I do
Okay,
second.
excellent, right. So, motion carried.
Was there a motion? I mean, was there a vote? Yes. Aye.
Thank you very much for stepping in there. Right, okay. So we, the second looks good.
To me.
Fine. So, hearing, forum hearing. November 2nd. Location. We try for.
Tentatively, yeah, at Newbury Elementary.
I would try for that, yeah.
See if we
If not, I guess the library is a fallback position.
But not on that date, it's not.
Really?
Yes.
Uh,
I did a little research
Oh,
before I got here.
Good,
Oh,
good.
that's, right, that's why,
So we have no fallback position.
the following Saturday?
If we had a budget, we could have put up a tent.
I think the first one was the 16th. Which actually wouldn't be too bad because we could hand out flyers at the town meeting.
Yeah, it's, I've got a wedding in Key West
So this is a conflict for you?
for the 16th. Thank you. I'd quite like to be in Key West in November.
So yeah, so we'll try, I'll try to find out about the
Find a
school
place.
for the 2nd.
Okay.
So, because
Well,
I already
gets it.
knew about this conflict because I brought it up at the historical commission meeting on Thursday. So, because we get excited about that historical stuff.
Yeah, you should be interested in this, that's for sure.
Well, Ian is taking pictures for us. Hopefully, I think she said Monday. Which will be really good. So,
Okay, we'll go for that.
made a comment, I was on the master plan committee, and I made a comment that the acreage for the upper green was incorrect. I think I did. Anyway, that's
It's
neither,
not-
that's got nothing to do with this.
No, it's.
Really, that has nothing to do with this. Okay, so we're gonna
Right.
meet on November 2nd in a forum at what, 10 o'clock again?
Let's try for 10 o'clock, sounds.
So moved, that we change that to November 2nd at 10 o'clock?
Okay,
I'd make the motion.
motion,
I'll get you,
I did.
no, I second it
okay. All, any discussion on it? No?
Aye,
All in favour?
Aye.
I,
then.
Okay, it is,
Okay.
that is the date we go for. Right,
I got a question now. Where it's on a Saturday, are they gonna have to hire a janitor and stuff to open the place up for a meeting like this?
oh yeah,
Probably.
and also,
Although, there may very well be something going on at the gym. This time of the year, I don't know.
and just a small point is refreshments and things, are we gonna carry on with what we were gonna do before, or do we revisit that?
well, I think
I don't know facilities like, so.
it's like a small movie theater,
Oh,
tiered
yeah,
seating,
yeah.
big
okay.
stage. But it's small.
Right.
I mean, it's big enough, it's
It'll-
not like
it'll
it's,
seat 300
It's
it's
people,
not
I
like a
think.
high
Presumably
school
there's no charge.
auditorium or something,
There's no
so,
charge for it, is there? Or, I mean,
no,
no,
the
just
The town owns it.
town owns it and town owns us,
turns up, right, fine, that's good.
so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, we'll do some refreshments.
The only trouble with it is people are liable, well, we can have an impact on it. People are liable to try to sit way back or something, and it's gonna, you're not gonna get to get people to really have input, you want them in close.
yeah, that's why I wanted to have it at the library in the
Yeah.
first place, because it's
Yeah,
just one big flat room, and a lot of people are used to going to things there. The library has tons of programs going on all the time, so.
yeah.
I realize it's technically on the opposite side of the world from the green itself, but this is more like for, I mean, the give and take for the
No,
green ER, I
that's
don't
like
know if you
a-
went to that, it's very difficult to hear people too.
Yeah, I hate, yeah.
Why
That's
is
why I
that?
hate the way the selectmen set up over here in the front, then they have a big space between them and the people, they got too much space, and
Yeah.
it's us against them, it's not a
Well,
good
it's
setup.
also,
We don't
it's
want
also
any us
because
against
when
them
people
here.
are trying to
No, we
set
really
up,
don't.
Yeah.
easels and present things, and then there's the camera, the video on the side there for, if people have,
Excuses,
Yeah,
excuses.
it's good.
pictures
Can-
and things,
can
you
you just-
need a walkway.
Excuses, excuses.
Oh, that's
Can-
just
can you
my
just
opinion.
It
roll-
does it, I
Can you just rope off some of the seats and just, so that people go to the front first?
Well, we could do that, I mean, we can do that, but.
That's right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Just
so-
rope off everything but the first 3 rows.
Yeah.
Cause there is that split, you walk in and there's an aisle, and then there's tiered seats behind you,
Yeah,
and then there's the floor, cause he's never been there, so
No,
I
I know,
know
I
you've been
understand
there,
that,
so.
yeah.
And then there's there's a stage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'd have to be up on the stage.
no, we wouldn't have to be up on the stage.
Well,
Is
people
that,
aren't gonna be able to
Are
see
there
us.
any tables? If they're in the first 3 rows, they'll be able to see us.
Well, we'll have to figure this out, cause
I-
I don't know how to do anything
You're
like
right, I
that
mean,
with the
if
school.
if we're gonna be up on the stage and the
it's
people,
them,
I mean,
it's,
I'd rather have it at the library.
yeah.
So I don't
Even
know
though
I
it's,
agree.
even though
what the
it's
space
not
is
gonna be-
between the,
And especially where it's not gonna be the same day as the auction. I'm not worried about them trying to do both things at the same time. So maybe we would be better off with the
Library, yeah.
library.
the only reason I cared about that is it's easy access. For, especially for, any, you know, anybody that's in handicapped
Yeah,
access,
yeah.
not that there isn't at the school,
Well, that's
but
true, well, yeah,
it's, if
they
it,
have to be up on the top.
you know,
Yeah,
so.
that's a good point.
Trying to go down a hill and then they have lots of white walls there that we can hang like the pictures up
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and things to that effect and
At the library. you
at the
do.
library, yeah, in the Lois Anderson room.
I'll not.
But now
I'll not
we're
put
on
it
the
up.
16th, so. Was that what I said?
16?
Yeah.
Second.
I've never, yeah.
The second is if you wanna have it at the school, the
Cool, yeah.
library is booked.
Oh, the library is
Yeah,
booked.
yes.
The
Oh,
library
I
is
didn't
booked.
catch that.
I can't do the 16th.
And he
because
can't do
I'm
the 16th.
wedding
So we're back at the calendar here.
Do we wanna go back to the original and say, we can get the meeting over quick and then everybody can go down to the auction?
What if we had it in the afternoon? The
That
auction will still
auction's
be
gonna
going
be all
on, they'll be
day,
going
yeah.
on all day long, never mind.
Yes, probably would be, and
They had 300 lots, I heard.
that's a day's
Yeah.
auction.
Well, you were at the other one.
I was at the other one,
Oh,
too,
yeah.
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 It cost me, I'm afraid.
It cost you, yeah, it did. Oh, did you buy the
Did you
wagon?
buy that little,
You
little
bought
tiny
the
toy
wagon,
wagon
didn't you?
there that's like
Didn't
bigger
you
than
buy
this
that
room?
wagon?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Amongst other things, yeah. Yeah. Jerry bought the other one.
It's nice to keep the mother green.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
in his set, but there we go.
yeah, we'll haul them out someday and have a big thing
Oh,
on the
yeah.
green.
I'm gonna have it all down, I'm just going to do a repair work, there'll be the nice things there.
Visible, yeah.
Anyway.
So what are we
Okay, so-
doing then? We need to make a decision here.
Yeah, well,
because-
We'll revert back to the original idea. Everybody wants to go to the auction, huh?
Well, yeah, I'm afraid we're not gonna get a real,
The attendance would
Representation,
be,
yeah.
could be challenging.
But we can put it out there, I'll make sure that Jen gets something in the paper for us. And I can use the historical commission's website, cause it is a town website, it's not, it's not a personal one anyway, but, and just tell people if they, if they're not able to come, but if they have some things they feel strongly about, they could always send us an email with their suggestions or ideas, and we can just read them. I mean, and share them with the group. There's only so much you can do. You're never gonna find an ideal anything,
that's true,
I mean,
that's true.
so, and then we're getting too close to holidays. And possible bad weather, you never know what's gonna happen in New England.
Well, we're getting that now.
Yeah, but you can dodge the rain, it's harder to dodge
You
sleet
better
and
go
snow.
down, you better go down to the center and look at how much beach you lost in the last storm. I did,
I don't want to.
lost half of it.
So we'll be back at the 26th, and we'll just try to pump it up and tell people we're gonna be there.
Yep, I guess we are.
I mean,
It's gonna be in the library, so I withdraw, well, yeah, if I withdraw my motion for, November 2nd,
Alternate.
I'll need my second to withdraw too. I withdraw my motion for the second.
I withdraw my
second.
second, motion.
Okay, motion withdrawn, and, we, motion for the new date.
Back at,
We don't need a new date, it's the same date.
Same day. Oh, yes, we leave it as exactly as.
So we need to
it is.
confirm it, or
well,
you wrote it down, it's confirmed.
it's confirmed at the library,
Right.
that's the thing, I
Yeah.
have,
Right,
That's probably
right,
the-
that's where it's gonna be.
so
Yeah.
I
We aren't gonna change anything.
That's the best bet.
I had it booked, so it's better to say, well, thank you, but we don't need it, than like, oh no.
Alright.
So it's like trying to book a reception somewhere,
Yeah,
so back to the original date,
Which was,
yeah.
10/26. Which is a week from Saturday.
yeah,
Okay,
10 o'clock in the morning, same thing, so, yeah, nothing has changed now, okay.
10 o'clock.
I'll have to be out of there by,
I mean, I like to go to the auction myself, but
So-
just
so-
because I like to
She'll
see
save
it, you
your
So,
know.
seat.
well, we'll go to the preview
Right.
and then,
But mostly I really, I would like to I just like to see the items and
it's a
absorb
pretty
the
interesting
history and,
Americana
you know,
collection, yeah.
so. There's no room in my house for a collection of anything,
My
so.
wife will go along in my absence and Glenna will get,
She could save you,
she can, we'll go along on Friday. Anyway, let's do that then.
so we just need to,
But
so
I
you
think we
wanna
do
go
have
over your,
to, I think it is
outline?
right to broadcast, because I think attendance could be a bit light somehow. That we're happy for people to submit any questions in by email
questions,
or
comments, yeah?
writing if they're unable to attend something like.
They could send an email to the historic commission.
Yeah,
Or if
because,
they-
yeah, cause I get that, and,
Mhm.
then I can blast it out to everybody if you want.
And get that in the newspaper out of it.
I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the
okay.
newspaper, and then I'll put it, on the town website, so that anybody who looks at the town
Yeah.
website for information and
Yeah,
asks for
yeah.
updates, they'll get that too. And, Susan has other places she can post it electronically for us. And then the only other thing is getting paper, some kind of paper to send it to, like the library and
Oh, post it. you mean.
public, so, the public library, Newburyport too,
Probably.
and, so. So we need to kind of make something like this,
This-
exciting.
So this was for discussion, so,
Yeah.
and because we have 2 hours to,
Well, I would
Therefore,
just
is that
post the
the-
time, that's all, see how long it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
put
you-
it till 12
You
because
don't usually do that.
we have to get there by 9:30 or so, because we have to set the whole room up. Cause
Right.
if you went in it right on it,
Yep.
when you go
Yeah.
walk in the door, the room is like almost empty. Everything's stored,
Right.
so,
okay,
Right.
so we've set it up for,
Yeah.
which is
That's it.
tables, chairs, everything.
You set it up for 10 and that's what you do, and that's what you do at any meeting, you set it
Right.
up for a particular time.
no, I mean, we have to go in and do it,
Yes,
so.
I understand
and
that, but
then-
you're saying
But if
10
they're
to
not,
12, no, not
But I
necessarily.
think I saw something where it was going to go from 10 to 12 or something, well, that was suggested.
cause I blocked off the time for the library, because
Oh,
we
it's
don't
the
want,
library, okay.
I don't want people standing at the doors like
Yeah, yeah.
looking to try to get in for the
Yeah.
Cub Scouts or something while
Yeah.
we're still in the middle of
Right.
asking people what they wanna do, so.
So in this case, we've got it until,
Noon time, so
Yeah.
if we're out of there at 11, if the
Fine.
people are done, or,
Be out of
the-
there
Yeah.
5 past.
Yeah.
Then,
I'm just
you
kidding.
know, so if we get there around, I'm gonna try to get there around 9:30, so,
I'll be there.
it's,
Yep.
and then plus, you know,
okay. So, right.
This is the agenda for the meeting.
No, I just put down the notes to how, things would take place. Everyone
Right,
would
'cause
be welcomed.
we
everyone
talked
was
about
good.
this last week, so Robin wrote up.
Yeah, right, just roughly, sort of, that we set the scene first. Oh, first of all, we tell the group, who's here, what we're all about, the members of the committee and any special people along, like the tree warden, so they know who all these people are, especially if we're in front of them. So introduced,
We'll just change evening to morning's agenda.
that's true, yeah. But, so, and then I think then we start the thing going, rather than just say, have you got any questions, by saying what the purpose of the committee is all about, which was up to, and I think we ought to advise them that there is a bit, because a lot of people are going to say, well, this is all going to cost money. We actually tell them, they may well know that there's a pot of money available for this.
Yeah, I just wouldn't tell them how much.
No, but I mean, I think, so it doesn't look as though it's suddenly going to impact them.
If tell them how much they're liable to ask for.
Lots of
Sky.
things,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And as special advisors, do you think we ought to mention to Tim that if he wants to come, because
I
he
thought you
was,
asked.
Yeah.
that second meeting that we had, he was pretty
Yeah.
informative there. I think a lot of people wouldn't mind asking him
And-
questions at
and
the
then-
forum.
Doesn't-
If he
maybe,
was,
Yeah,
he's got nothing to do that day, he wants to
Well,
come by.
he's retired now,
Yes,
so
I'm retired.
is he,
As busy
is
as
he,
I
I
am.
thought he was the tree warden.
he's retired from, he had a garden, the Harbor Garden Center that was
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Bridge Road, so he's
Yeah.
retired from that.
Oh, he's retired.
But he's
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
he's still the tree warden,
Right, right.
Yeah,
so.
maybe we can
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come, just naturally, would be interested to come, but of course, we ought to officially
Hmm.
ask him now.
Yeah, as he isn't there, well, we won't.
Well, we'll have our pictures up,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Pictures-
then if, we can always invite him to another meeting, and we post the meetings, and we'll tell people out there
Hmm.
at this forum that we are posting on the town website, and, they can
Put feedback on.
they can see when we're having a meeting, and it's a public meeting, they're more than welcome to come if they would like to.
Okay, so then,
If he can't make this one, maybe he can make the second one, because we are gonna have to have another one.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
by then we
hope
should
the
be,
second one will be a refining thing.
we
yes.
should pretty much be saying, this is what we've come up with, and this is what we're gonna present to the board, I mean,
Hmm.
I gotta make sure the
Right.
board, notices too.
Okay, so, the purpose of the committee, and we actually say, I think we would have put the back story is, we were appointed by the selectmen, and we're just an advisory committee. You know, there's gonna be no voting on anything, we're just purely soliciting input. And
Right,
that
no
goes up the
decisions,
committee.
right.
No decisions are made, the selectmen, I'm just sort of want to neutralise if someone says, well, what about Greener's ideas, you know, we haven't been involved in the past. So that's why if we say the purpose was to report to the selectmen
Right, you can pull a piece out of the actual charge.
chart. Right,
It's not that long.
no, well, they may not have, so they just won't be aware of all that. If they came to the last thing as a Greener, then they probably don't read things, so we actually just sort of put that in there. And then I thought to set the back story about, you know, what's the green all about, you know, I'm sure they all know it by now, but then maybe some who don't, and then we actually do a few minutes just to say, you know, it was founded in 1648 or thereabouts, and purpose, and what it's been doing over the years, and it is there to serve the community as a public space with historical attributes.
I'm gonna sit with my
And you've got all the-
computer and listen
you've
to
got-
the meeting from last week.
Yeah, that's right, you've got all the stuff,
So-
you've got all the historical blurb on it, which I think some of it was in there. And then when we get on to the discussion, we sort of can then start and indeed hand out a sort of list of all the things we've done, and say, you know, we've already come up with what's needed as necessary repairs and replantings, so this takes it further.
Alright, and they're gonna be in a handout,
Yeah, and I just think
which is basically what we had listed there.
one sheet of paper and it
Yeah.
is all the list there, I mean, I'll put them all out, big bold bullet points, and it's quite good like that, and that gives the handout. And that's where the discussion starts.
Which one is that? September 10th, okay.
And I see getting rid of the geese on the top, I'd like to
Oh.
stay there as well, as number one.
Hey, what's happened to the geese?
They've gone, yeah.
They're gone. They're everywhere else, but they're gone.
I got
They'll
mine
be
today
back.
too.
They'll be back.
Well, that's true, but, well, we can get on with that, but you
Yeah.
you had brought us the
Oh, yeah.
the things that,
Yeah.
what do you call them?
The bird eggs.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I had some questions on that, but maybe this isn't the time, but it's gonna be.
If they're technical, I could.
Well, I had some questions, because it sounded like a good idea, but then I said, you know, what other birds does it affect? We have to know that.
I think the manufacturer's thing said it was focused on geese, the way they did the sounds,
Yeah.
and they've researched it, it's focused on geese, but you're right, other products,
It might
just
be,
get rid of all ducks and all
yeah, it
other
might be
birds.
ducks and, yeah, it
Yeah.
might be this and
So-
that. We don't wanna get rid of, for instance, great blue herons and egrets, we don't wanna get rid of those, so.
No.
And then the other thing is, you don't need this thing going the whole time. Can you turn it on and off easily?
I bet you can, I mean, again,
Because you only really want it on when you have a problem. Because what happens with geese is, when you drive them out, they usually stay out for a long, long time, usually once they're driven out. And you
Yeah.
don't really need to do it, especially if it bothers
Yeah.
other critters. I mean, it might bother even people who walk their dogs, I don't know. That might be good, but.
It did, I went on the website and it did say, you know, certain things that they have, because they got a whole bunch of different machines.
Yes, I
Some of
read
them-
that too, and some of them did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I, you know,
They
this
didn't
one
want
didn't
to
mention.
put them
but-
near playgrounds with kids.
And this one, yeah, and that's another thing, are they audible to people?
Hmm.
And it didn't say.
Yeah, I don't
think
I
I
mean,
think
I mean, before, anyone spends any money, because they're quite expensive, we do all the
Probably
research.
for a bargain for what, if they really work.
But the Tractor Supply is a distributor of
Yeah.
them, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Did you say you had talked to someone or you just went on the website?
the website.
yeah,
The
which is
Bird X
what I did,
website.
yeah, which is the one, yeah.
But anyway, that's,
Yes, definitely.
I know I got off field here, but I don't.
No, it's research, but I think it goes on the action point list.
Because I bet there's gonna be some questions about the
That's
geese,
specific.
I mean, I can't
Oh,
Oh
imagine.
yeah, I think we
That's a
make
big
sure
concern.
we've covered all the answers,
Yeah.
we've got them all. And indeed, some of the audience may have a better idea,
True,
that we don't.
well, that's why we're having this.
Yeah.
They may have better ideas for everything, somebody may have.
That's right, I think we just keep the bullet points very simple, rather
Yes,
than
yes.
say, we've researched this, da 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 da.
Yeah, right, we don't wanna,
And,
we've done some work and here's what we came up with.
here's the list, yeah.
That's right. Now let's hear from you, yeah, exactly.
And we offer that as the handout, so, I mean, I'll tidy this up so that it looks like something one can hand out as bullet points, as discussion points.
So you're gonna do that?
Yeah, I'll do
Okay, because I
Uh,
think that Jan's doing all this stuff.
that.
He's-
As a handout. And, so. And then that starts the open forum.
Yeah, and I don't think you have to get under 2 minutes per person unless,
Well, I'm sort of.
yeah.
Yes, we know what happens at main meetings we have for the.
It can happen, but I have a feeling probably won't happen at this one.
No,
But if
And
it does, why then you can,
well, we
Institute
then
that.
have to cut them off, and then also people do, go off on tangents.
run off,
Nothing to
run off
do
subject,
with
yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm out.
that's, see,
Prime to-
Really?
see the final,
Yeah.
the final thing is stick specifically to matters pertaining to the big green, so
Yeah.
we don't get into any.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
But I
not,
don't think,
Okay.
you only have to get into that if somebody does get off track, so.
right, okay. so
we
that's,
appreciate that there are other concerns in town, but at the moment, we're on the evergreen.
Yeah. Right, okay, so, and then in terms of who's moderator for it, I suppose I'll be the moderator, but if you'll talk about the history in the back, so as you know it, and you're able to answer anything on it, it's probably quite good to set the scene. I
Lovely.
don't mind doing anything else,
Got
but
the folder.
if anyone else wants to
No,
That's
she's the
green
historic
boulder, that's
representative.
all that
And
is,
then,
is the greeny boulder.
Is it,
So we just sort of
Just left
introduce
it on
everyone,
fire.
if there are any experts on the panel there, or whatever. We're not really a panel, we're just, well, I think we say, we're just here to,
And we'll have, hopefully Tim will be there,
We're supposed to be listening, yeah.
so
yeah, we're just listening to
Okay.
your concerns.
if people
and
ask
your-
about trees, certain kinds of trees, he would,
He'd be the person.
I'd ask about the trees that are on the green, and he's already looked, well, part of them, when we did the walk around, and
We know pretty much what they are, there's pin oaks, there's a few red oaks,
Yes, that's what I
mostly what
thought.
they are.
I thought there was a map that one can put up. We have the trees there, we put the big map up which has all the trees and everything, like the one you've got here, the big one you have. Not the green one.
oh, they're all green,
I know the green one.
Yeah.
Because they're also all the projected ones.
oh, the bigger one, what'd I do with that? Oh, I threw it
I mean, I
up again,
thought,
didn't I?
you know, so, in
Yeah, I'll
case,
try to
in
see
case
what,
someone says, what about
We
this?
can
And
get
we're all
something
looking
this-
around, well, where's that? And you can actually say, it's here, it's here.
this size would be easier
That would
for
be good,
people
yeah.
to view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this
So-
is 36 by 24.
right.
So,
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. And that
and
would look good sitting
one of
on
them
there.
does show the existing,
Oh, it's even got all the, who lives where. Yeah, it's not very, that's not very
yeah, the Norway maples,
Oh, yeah, there's some novels.
lindens.
clear. Yeah, right.
Let me fold this so I don't put my elbow through your head in a second. How awkward is that? Sorry. So, a
And
lot
that's
of
only
Norway
one end.
maples.
That's only
Oh,
one
yeah.
end.
Oh no, you know what?
Oh, there's some linden trees then.
And the linden trees.
Are they all still there now? When was
Yeah,
this?
right. Linden is there,
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing a linden, do you?
By the benches,
Go on, goth.
there's
So
another one.
What's this 20 inches? Is that the?
Caliper at the
this is
3
the
foot, was it 3 foot high? Was that
existing,
what?
Oh, that's my next question, isn't it?
What?
Is this exist, they
I
weren't,
would say. on
Yeah.
the-
Well, it certainly isn't
Because-
proposed because they
because they wanted
one
them
type
all
of
to be
tree. Right.
Zaccovias, so it's, it is what's there. There's a linden out here, it
Oh,
says,
yeah.
maple, a silver maple,
Yeah, they're in there, yeah.
and then there's like,
Oh, this goes up to the.
this is just, this is just the monument
Right,
area.
right, that's just half of the green, or not
Right.
even half, I don't know. That's the other half,
So, there's
yeah.
the, yeah, so Norway
Norway,
maples.
Norway.
There's a lot of, they're all Norway maples
Yeah.
on this
I
side
thought we had a few
practically.
red maples in
There's
there.
an ash up there.
Oh, yeah, that was that huge ash, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
that's by the
That
wa-
was huge.
diagonally across from
44
the-
inches, I never heard of an ash tree that big. Yeah.
So what else, anything?
And
Silver
there's two-
maples.
There's those two Christmas tree things.
Yes,
Yeah, right,
they're
those
out-
are out
they're right
here.
Pine.
It
That's
says
mine.
pine, they aren't pines.
Ah.
It's
I
not
think-
pines, those are spruce, I think. They aren't pines, I can tell you that much, they're either
Well,
fir or
one of-
spruce.
Isn't one of them a Scotch pine?
One of them's like a Christmas tree.
They're both Christmas trees.
Oh, yeah.
No,
One of
they
them
aren't
is,
pines.
one of them is sadly,
Not looking good, is it?
well,
Right,
it's a little,
spark.
It should, it
It's
should
a
come
little-
down, it should come out.
it needs to be
Do
taken
we-
out of its misery.
Do we suggest that? And-
Yes, I think we do
At
suggest
the-
that, but
yeah.
we'll hear from people.
Yeah.
But they
Doesn't
aren't
look like-
pines, so
doesn't
now
look
I
like
wonder,
they're
are they
gonna do-
accurate on everything? They called those pine trees.
Well,
Those
this
are
is-
either spruce or firs.
This is
Well,
I
this
think
is
they're
done-
spruce, pretty sure they're
This was
spruce.
done for green.
This is the one that Vern did, Vern.
Yes, I know.
So,
When did you
well, for
do
those who
that?
don't,
Back at the June last year. So it was.
Well, that's inaccurate.
yeah, so they're pretty much, they're either Norway maples, silver maples, And a
That's
couple of lindens.
Couple of lindens, and there's an ash, yeah,
and the ash, and then the we'll just call them the Christmas trees.
okay.
Okay.
They're,
So we'll,
Really?
I mean,
they're species to
yeah,
go
right. I mean,
back later.
it'd be quite good to have a map as a handout of this size, but maybe have one stuck on the
Yeah,
wall.
so I don't know
Yeah.
exactly
If
how.
you-
Yeah, I
map
think
on the
we should have
wall, I
to
think.
stick this on the wall.
Stick it on the wall. You can stick both of them, one on top of the other, to get the whole sort of thing.
Yep.
So
So
may-
side by
maybe with the
sides.
handout, have a little map of the existing green
Yeah.
stapled to it too, so
Yeah.
somebody, you know, as we're talking about it, they can reference the different
Right, absolutely.
areas we're
Yep.
talking about.
I think so. I think that'd be a very good idea.
Oh, there's a little map.
Yeah, well,
Right
do
here.
it. There was, I had one before.
There's a little map right there. Oh, no, not that one.
There's that one too.
No, the one that was that size to hand.
Not that one. That's got a walkway too. Everything's got a walkway.
Well, these are not, I don't know how
Well,
we're
there
gonna
is a
get,
walkway.
I don't know how I'm going to produce something between now and a week from Saturday that's going to be similar and
Well,
we'll
I
see
can't
what we
shrink
can
these
We'll see
do.
how we go.
They're not, well,
Yeah.
they were done by an engineering firm.
You just don't have that written down there. Just make the little,
Or on camera. Just-
Baseball field in the
Oh,
Oh
wrong
yeah, chop it
location.
down.
Well,
Yeah, we
that's-
don't need all this crap. We can-
This is the ones that they
Chop down
proposed,
size.
so
Well, the town
needless to
must have-
say,
There's a map of existing, but does that have the trees? Yeah, it does, but it's still much bigger. That's the same thing, reduced. This
Yeah.
has the trees, has the pond,
yeah,
but it's, way bigger than a page. I don't think you really can get that down on a page.
It's
I
the
think you're
it's the
better off to
same-
use
it's the
that big
same
map and
thing.
put it on the wall.
Yeah.
this is ledger size, and then there's
Yeah, I think you're better
Big
off just to
map.
put that on the
the
wall.
architectural one, but they're the same thing, they're both.
I understand
Yeah,
that. Well, this
so-
isn't. No, this isn't. But this was.
Big
That
map on
was.
this.
That shows the baseball field and the trees.
That's the
That's the same
existing.
thing. And it shows the pavement, but it doesn't show the right of way of the roads. Well, you know what? That may be it. It may be 2.9 acres. And the right of way of the roads here may encroach quite a bit into this park. You know, Route 1A layout
You
is
told me it
probably
was
a lot
5
bigger than that
acres.
pavement. That's why Tim might be right about whose trees those are. They might be state trees.
What, the ones on the
1A.
Hyde Road.
1A,
1A, yeah.
which case we can't do anything with them.
Right, we'd have to get state approval to do something with those, yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this could be, not as big as it looks.
Hmm.
A lot of that could be street.
Not I think that's a bit of information we need to tell the general public when we get there. It's because how do we find out
What, I'm sorry?
if those trees are, because they may think.
We have
oh,
to have a surveyor survey it. That's the only way you're gonna find out.
Well, these were all surveyed.
Pardon me? Ah, no, I think what this is pavement. Maybe not. There's the trees over there, see?
But in a way, the definition of upper green is the whole thing anyway, in terms of what we're looking at. We just have to know what we're responsible for
Good question.
in terms of, or what, in,
Public youth varies. As in, I don't know on that. I doubt that that's the pavement over there. Let's see, where's the scale here? Yeah, that must be the right of way. 70 feet. High Road is not paved to 70 feet wide. So this probably
Yeah.
is the right of way. And That's probably the right of way I have found.
From my knuckle to the top of my finger is an inch, would you like to use it?
Yeah, roughly 40 feet, which is kind of a standard dimension for community roads.
Yeah.
Looks like Hanover Street's 40 feet, that's not the pavement either, that's the layout of the road. Okay, these are the layouts of the roads, I think, on this plan.
Yeah, it's easier to look at the big one probably.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. But these are the layouts of the roads. That's
However,
what
it
that is.
still,
Gotta be.
it still leaves the problem of what is the responsibility of the town.
And I don't know that I thought that Tim said something about he was gonna look into that too.
He did, you're
Yeah.
right. Because remember, we also discussed the drain thing that still hasn't been repaired, still has a
Oh, I thought the town was gonna do that.
cane.
Well, there was a question about it being on state property.
No, the
Yeah.
drain.
The drain.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah.
hole in the
That
ground?
whole-
Yeah.
Oh,
That's still the,
oh, I think I'm
State.
thinking of the greatness in the pond. They haven't done that yet either, have they?
No, nothing's been done on anything.
Well, they're still trying to finish the roads.
Yeah,
I mean, they fixed the road behind the schoolhouse,
yeah.
Did they?
Well, to some extent, it's still pretty rough, but at least they
but
did something.
there's not sinkholes,
Right,
and they patched the schoolhouse.
yeah, did they?
The whole,
the roof?
the whole, no, the hole in the fascia.
Oh.
Yeah, it's smoother back there, but
Much.
they didn't have a road grader, so it's still a little rough, but
I'd
better
rather,
than it was.
I'd rather it a little rough than it be like moguls on a
Oh, I know it.
steep slope, which is what it
Horrendous.
was,
Horrendous.
so. Alright, so we'll
Okay.
we'll have to ask
We'd
Tim,
have to
I mean,
ask
we
him.
don't, we have to just kinda do this on the fly now,
Yeah.
because the thing is in a week and a half,
Right.
Yep.
so.
I think, and we're just soliciting information from everyone, so
Yeah,
we can go back at the next meeting and say, we have now found out all the trees along this side, we can't do anything about, someone else has to do them. And just-
Well, it looks like that's not the case. It
Oh,
looks like-
well,
It looks like,
might
to
well-
me,
Yeah,
they're all town trees,
okay, in which case,
because this has got to be the layout, the width, I mean, this has gotta be the layout of the road, not the pavement. So if this is the layout of the road, they show all these trees well
Inside.
inside of that, so it's on town property.
okay.
I don't think Tim had a chance to see this.
I'm sure he did, because they came from Greeny Yard, and he was
He
But it
was
shows,
on the,
He was an advisor.
it shows 18-inch silver maple, and it is roughly 15 feet off of the right of way, apparently. This one's even more over here.
Okay,
These don't
we'll
appear
go
to
on
be,
that premise that we're
These
dealing with
don't-
the whole green and all the trees
So
on it.
you're saying from where the hot top of the
no, I'm
roadway
saying the right of way.
From where the hot top ends to where the tree is 15 feet?
No, from the right of way edge to the tree is 15 feet.
So explain the
Well,
right of way,
Pardon me?
explain the right of way that you keep saying.
The right of way is the layout of the, I'm sorry, it's technical terms.
I
The
mean, I
layout
get,
of
like,
the
what it
street
means,
is
but-
laid out. You know, somebody laid the street out on a plan.
Like
Okay.
Hanover Street.
Yep, like Hanover Street, they laid the street out on a plan, and then there's private property back from the layout of the street. And then you've got public property back on this side. But the pavement is somewhere in here. There's also room in here for other things like utilities, sidewalks, curbing in some cases, street trees in some cases. But the layout is always, almost always, not always, usually wider than the pavement by a lot.
Okay, cause these roads, especially around the Upper Green and everything, were laid out in 1640
No, not necessarily.
something.
Not necessarily.
Well, Eva has we have the proprietor's records
Oh, good, well, that's good, if that's the case.
All right.
from the 1600s, handwritten in leather books.
Yeah,
because we're awesome.
Yeah. So is that what the map here that you sent?
But if you go measure the pavement, you'll find the pavement on most town streets is
Well,
probably,
that may not be historically accurate.
it's probably 26 feet or less.
Well, this is showing that, the historic district,
Yes.
which starts at the corner of Marlborough, where
Right.
Marlborough Street is, where Newbury starts, and goes down
Yeah,
past,
so, but I mean,
well, it starts up here, and then it goes down, this is Hanover,
Right,
and then this
and
is the,
there's the nice.
the
one
short
that
house.
does- Yeah, sure.
and that's, so this is,
Okay, so, but the accuracy of the drawing is probably not like that then. Because
Right.
if you look, Green Street's quite narrow there, very narrow, whereas.
Yeah,
it's
Green
quite-
Street is pretty narrow, but the pavement is narrow on Green Street.
and then we have
it's
the,
quite wide there, yeah.
Well, I don't know, it's gotta go by scale, and if you look at that, compare it with High Road,
Yeah,
it's not that different.
okay. Yeah,
because see, here's all the houses that are on there,
Right.
that's what all this is,
Yeah, yeah,
this,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
there's
right.
there's 3 houses that go down,
It even shows
and
the
one of them's having an
pull-up where they
auction.
got, you know,
Right.
dirt and gravel and stuff in it, it shows those pull-ups. It's pretty good that way.
Yeah, so,
Okay,
but that I did because, with the historical commission, we're going to get signs that
says
this
the
is
historical.
is
That's
the,
good idea,
You know what? I'm not too confident in these pull-out areas here because I think they're treating this like this is all pavement, which it is not.
Well, as you said, a surveyor will have to deal with that. I mean, we'll just have to take it as read at the moment and deal with the discussion as though we have the whole green
Well,
at our
a
disposal.
real sharp person, which I used to be, not anymore. A real sharp person could take Google Earth, which is gonna show the pavement and not show any right of
Oh,
way.
yeah, that's true, yeah. I
Could
can do that,
overlay the Google
Google
Earth
Earth.
photo of the pavement over this, and you could see, you know,
yeah. What's happened?
yeah,
Yeah,
what,
where the
how much
trees
of this
are.
grass is actually street, for instance.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Cause they've got this, this guardrail here right at what appears
Right
to
at
be
the
the
road.
property
Yeah,
line.
yeah, that's
Probably
true.
isn't.
Yeah, yeah,
The property line is probably inside of it.
yeah. Okay, well, right,
That may not be too important to
no.
what we're trying to do to the
No.
green, but
It still means we've got to check on ownership of the trees along High Road
yeah,
and all the maintenance that requires to be done there. As that came up in one of the questions.
right,
see who
Tim also
stamped this
mentioned,
plan. Hammond Engineering, let's see, but what were they trying to do with it?
So,
Oh.
right, so I'll come up with the sharper
Yeah, then you're gonna make
list.
eight page out of that
one
list.
page out of that, yeah, as part of the discussion agenda as a handout.
Right,
We'll have a nice map, we'll have maps visible plus nice pictures of trees for discussion as well. Anything else we need to do? No? Just have the meeting.
I'd love to do that.
And I think when we finish off, if there are any more questions, we conclude that we're taking all this on board, we're written down, written up. Does it get posted so that see it as a public thing?
Well, we have to post it as a meeting because we're all gonna be present.
Yes.
Well,
but I mean,
obviously,
no,
yeah.
what was discussed
They'll
afterwards
record it too.
to,
Yes.
someone wants to.
It's a camera just like
Camera.
that one there at the library,
Right.
so.
But in terms of writing up the questions that people ask us to follow up, we need to do that there and then. Does that actually then get posted somewhere officially, or
It probably we should.
do, or do we push it to the selectmen, or do the selectmen see the end result of the second meeting with our,
I guess that's under the selectmen.
Right, exactly.
I mean, we're answering to them, we're
Yeah.
doing the charge they gave us.
yeah, so
So-
we do it to them, we.
Well,
do that.
they, hopefully, one or two of them will be, not
Happy.
booked up and be able to get there. And,
It's up to them again.
Right.
so just like everybody else, if people have things to get done and plans, and it is a Saturday morning, so, I did float the idea out there already that we were thinking of being in the library for 10 to 26, so we'll do it officially and then the video will be on YouTube,
the-
so if people wanna listen to it or watch it, if they couldn't get there, then it's also available to them, if
Okay,
they
so-
were already at the auction.
Yeah,
Yeah, now you can send comments before,
right.
after, during, whatever, yeah.
And, we, will.
I guess you can announce that too, that
Yeah,
if anybody doesn't wanna speak at the meeting, they can send us written comments through the historical commission website.
Well, because there isn't a blank place to send things to the town, to get us.
right,
Otherwise, everything would have to go through Ellen, and then Ellen would have to filter it down, which seems like
Yeah,
extra
right.
work for somebody else, and the historical commission website is the
Up and
town
running
website,
already.
so,
right,
it's not like the 1635 one that we have, which is the historical commission's website, it's the town website, so. And then I can just forward things as they come in, or
I
print them
think
all out
we'll,
and bring them to a
on
meeting or
the,
whatever.
on the form we hand out, we'll have all the contact points, emails or whatever we need to do. We'll just make sure it's on there, so that they know for any subsequent questions that come up, and then we'll also announce that there will be another hearing at a suitable time.
Forum.
In the
Not a
new
hearing.
year, probably, I don't know.
Well, we'll have to have we have to have two, so
Yeah, yeah.
Later.
So
that's part of our charge,
yeah,
so.
but we'll,
When we're very near to the end, we've figured out, we've gotten as many ideas as we can get, we've
Yeah.
come up with as many solutions to problems or questions as we can get, presented to the board, after the last meeting, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
So it'll be very near the end, I would think, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So. And we have 6 months, but we started in August, so that'll be April. And I'm suggesting we
that's
should
not-
be,
have a meeting in,
we should be well done before April, I would
I would hope,
think. It's not, the only thing that would cause any problems, as I said earlier, is weather,
Weather, yeah.
holidays, trying to scramble around, people trying to get things done for holidays. Might have to stretch the meeting out, into another area instead of having them too quick, but we'll do the best we can.
okay, so I'll write this up and circulate for comments,
Right, so you can send it to all of us
yes.
and ask for individual corrections that can only be sent to you, not the group.
Right,
We can't reply all, because there can't be a discussion.
right.
So it is so easy to not think that, well, we're not even talking,
No,
but the internet is now, the email system is considered a conversation, so
Yeah,
right.
it's okay to send the info out, ask for comments, but they can
And
only
gotta
go
be there.
back to you.
right,
It can't be a discussion, so,
absolutely,
We
Okay,
won't see
we'll do
the
that.
culmination of all of that
no,
until
so
our
he
next
could,
meeting.
get 4 times the same exact thing sent to him, but
Right,
that's it, you just have to weed them through and whatever, and then we'll have everything ready for the next meeting and.
Well, the next meeting is
Is
the
the
forum.
forum, yeah.
No, I mean, after we get comments and ideas and
Yeah.
everything too, after that, we'll do,
Yes.
again, we'll have everything ready, but yeah, so you'll just have to, you know, clog your thing, I'm gonna
Yeah, get-
do my, history
Yes, just a
blurb.
fact,
It's
yeah, it's,
not verbose,
no, I mean, it's just merely information to set the scene.
Yeah.
This is an important place in
it
Newbury.
absolutely is, both
And-
greens have a special
Yeah.
place in this, and as I
Yeah.
said in several letters to the board, it is the heart of Newbury.
Yeah, and there are not many greens about in towns. Some of them are gone.
Yeah, well, the North Shore seems to have done pretty well in
Yeah,
hanging on to a lot of their
yeah.
greens,
Well,
but
I don't know, Salisbury doesn't have much,
now the well, we don't even have a center.
West Newbury doesn't have much, Ipswich has nothing,
They don't?
not really. Oh, you're thinking of that area over by the houses there,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess they have something, but,
but it's not a sort of what I'd call something that was set up as a green, which was the focal point, meeting place.
Right.
Is where common ground where they graze cattle. and
Georgetown
whatever.
has nothing,
Really?
Right.
right?
I bet if you Google.
I
the
believe
amount
Hampton, I
of-
believe Hampton
I'm
has
living in
nothing, and they were settled by
living in a green
Newbury.
fog here.
You Google greens in New England and.
Well, then,
things like
like
that.
Newburyport, the Mall would probably be,
Oh, yeah,
The green.
Yes, that-
but it was used before they broke off
from Newbury, yeah.
anyway,
Yeah,
so, and West Newbury was part of Newbury also, so.
Robin probably doesn't know, but Newbury's town hall for years and years and years was on, what's that, Brown Ave, something there that,
Brown Street.
Brown Ave, I think it is, which is the main entrance to the Oak Hill Cemetery. Do you know where that is? Off State Street, Upper State Street, in Newburyport?
oh yeah, yes, I do,
The upper
yeah,
part.
yeah,
It's-
the big,
it's like-
yes, the
there's
big-
three
the big
houses
set,
on
Yeah, you
that
go in that,
street.
you go in that road to that cemetery,
yeah.
the second house on the left
Was the
was
old,
Newbury Town Hall.
See, that was
Oh,
one of
so
But
the,
if you look
one of
at
the
it,
questions
you
I
can see
had
it
them
looks
ask
like-
for when she was checking
So
the
right.
clickers. Newbury's town hall used to be in Newburyport, true or false?
well, yeah,
oh yeah, but that is it, it's in today's
Yeah.
Newburyport.
Once they decided that they were splitting off, we had to evacuate town hall,
Yeah,
yeah.
so,
The town hall at that
well,
point
1745.
ended up where? On
Middle
Adams's farm?
It's out on Middle Road,
Road?
wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah, we had two
That
town
building's
halls
still
until,
standing.
there was still two town halls until not that
Oh,
long
yeah, oh,
ago.
yeah, yeah,
They rotated between Byfield and Newbury.
yeah. Yes, it's a complicated town, yeah, still is.
Yep.
Yes.
It's three in one. It's a 3-in-1 gift for Newbury. Byfield, Old Town, and Plum
And
Island.
now Plum Island, yeah,
Yeah.
newcomer, Plum Island.
Right.
Well, Plum Island was there all the
It
way
was
around
there, but
through. It was,
hardly any year-round residents.
that's true,
Right.
it wasn't. There was only like 1,500 people that were over there.
What? Oh, you're in recent times.
Yeah, when was it
The
settled?
70s and
Plum Island
70s
wasn't
there was.
settled until.
In the 50s, I bet there wasn't.
Much later.
I bet there weren't, oh, I'm sure there weren't 50 year-round houses occupied then.
But there was a hotel there, wasn't there?
Oh,
the
wow, yeah,
corner,
back in
yeah.
1900, yeah.
Yeah.
So what, but in 1900, I don't think anyone lived there, wasn't it just
Not many.
seasonal,
Not many.
No, people lived on that,
they all
down
went.
the reservation area too, but not all year round.
Nope,
They
not
had,
all year round.
they were
Well-
seasonal camps,
Right,
Grape Island, there were a couple that lived all year round,
Yeah.
yes.
cause they cut hay,
oh,
Fish.
yeah.
There was farming,
duck
Yeah.
hunting, and ice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
not ice down there. I don't believe there's any ice down there. But that's Ipswich, anyway.
So, yeah.
That was not Newbury.
All the way down, yeah. Which people don't realize.
Okay, no. Right.
Well,
You can see
Island is-
all those pictures on our 1635 website.
It's just one city and 3 towns that
What's
share
it?
Plum Island, yeah.
What's the website? As Historic Commission, or is it a separate
It's,
one?
if you go on the town website to find the historical
I think
commission
I-
website, it's on the bottom, and it's on the bottom of all my emails. There's two website email addresses there, so it's the one that says 1635. All kinds of photos and all the schools and houses not even on here anymore, sadly. So we'll have a handout for the guests, so you'll have to finalize that and get it to me.
Do
So I can
that,
print it, yeah.
and we'll have some, I'll deal with the extra trees we're missing. Can they be enlarged anymore for display purposes?
Well, that's just 8.5 by 11, I'm gonna try for 11 by
they do.
17.
I realised when I gave you them that I've got to work out whether they can be blown up without losing their, and still have the definition. So we don't want fuzzy photographs.
No.
That size is fine to me.
They should pop out a little bit bigger, it's
Big,
fine, I think.
Yeah, so we'll do
So I
that,
can try them.
and
I'll print
it'd
them
be good to
here.
have the maps, so we can, and picked up somehow. And get that sorted.
Should we, figure out what we're gonna have for our meeting after the forum? So we can
Yes,
get
we should
together
always know when the next,
to consolidate all the questions and
After the
figure
forum,
out the
which
answers.
probably should be done reasonably quickly while it's all fresh.
well, it's on. Oh, I gotta get rid of that one now, it's gonna confuse me.
Meeting 26.
So we're on the 26th. So,
Your Tuesday, sort of, so the following Tuesday is good, so, for me,
the 29th?
yeah.
You're all right on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, right, wait a minute. We had our last meeting here, and it was the Board of Selectmen, right?
Yeah.
So that means the
That
Board of
was the-
Selectmen will be on the should be on the 22nd. And we're gonna meet on the 29th, so that should not be,
They're having a combined meeting with the building, municipal building committee on the 22nd, I think. I saw that come out today.
well, we won't be hitting that one either then, because we're gonna be after
Oh,
the
yeah.
26th. So we'll try for 10/29.
Okay,
I will see what's available on the calendar.
Very good.
Is that a motion?
So,
So we're good.
Is
motion,
that a motion?
motion to have meeting on
the
the
29th.
Is that a motion?
Yes, we'll have a meeting
I'll
on the
second that.
29th.